Welcome all tourists and residents to Nova Nebula. We have a population of about 5,000 people. Our city covers around 15 square miles of land, and we reside on an area of the moon called Mare Nubium. This place was picked because of the extra sunlight, the straight wall, and frozen water craters.
Today is officially the 50th anniversary of making a city on the moon. As realtor of Nova Nebula, I will be showing you around this beautiful city with my colleagues and friends who work as engineers.
Let's begin our tour with our dome. This dome was built to protect us from the dangers of space and to make sure our oxygen and gravity continues to work inside our city. We use biomimicry inside the panels by using the orb weaver spider's reflective web to keep the sun from harming people. We chose the hexagonal shape because of its structural support and ease of putting together. We use moon sand from the regolith to construct these glass panels. The dome protects our residential and commercial buildings from space debris and high temperatures.
Our city decided to make apartment buildings instead of houses to save resources and time on building. These apartments have solar panels on them to keep backup power stored inside. Residents are multicultural and have many things special about them. The people were chosen to populate our lunar city by certain traits such as IQ, criminal background, and health. Our commercial zone is made up of only needed stores and places such as a laundromat, an arcade, and other time-consuming things. Our residents work at these stores to keep themselves busy and keep the economy running.
Our city has craters all around it. We extract frozen water in the craters for use in our city. The silver buildings in the crater are the mining factories, and they oversee everything with our water. The water is extracted goes into our water towers for use around the city.
Another important resource is oxygen because we can't live without it. To get oxygen, we take the rocks and regoliths from our water extraction facility and extract the oxygen. The regolith plant in the industrial area is continuously supplied with moon soil that is put through the process of electrolysis to extract oxygen and then constantly pump the clean oxygen into the dome so our citizens can breathe this in the dome without special suits.
After extracting oxygen, the leftover regolith byproduct is high in metallic material and is then used for creating bricks or other building materials within the city.
When someone says that food is going to be on the moon, you may say they're crazy, but we don't. We have a plant-based diet on the moon. All of our food is grown in our greenhouses, and we create things like veggie burgers and plant-based dishes. We have restaurants that serve all plant-based dishes and meals. Our greenhouse grows fruits, vegetables, and nuts for our residents.
Our waste is collected via tubes, which are under our residential and commercial area. Food and compost go to a fertilizer bin for use in our greenhouses. Paper and other recyclables go to a recycling bin, and glass and plastic will be kept to a minimum. When the compost is transported to the greenhouse, we use it to replant and regrow our food and plants. The greenhouses use UV lights to continuously grow our crops. We get power from the sun shining down on our city, so even if our solar panels fail, our plants will continue to grow.
Nova Nebula has a sustainable, environmentally friendly power grid. We put solar panels on top of the straight wall because it is a high point so that we can capture the sunlight to use for powering our city. We also put giant adjustable mirrors on top of the wall so that if we need to we can adjust the sunlight to hit our city whenever we want and to reflect onto our solar panels if needed. This energy is transported with a microgrid throughout the city.
Speaking of the straight wall, it is an old fault line that is about 68 miles long and ranges 650 to 1,000 feet high. This wall provides shade and protection from direct sun radiation on our city.
Transportation is a necessity for exploring inside and outside the dome on the moon, but there is no gasoline or gravity outside the dome. Our solution to that is four-wheeler lunar mobiles. We bet you're wondering how these four-wheelers are able to withstand the lesser gravity on the moon. We thought that too. Our four-wheelers design have magnets connected to the bottom of the metal tracks. The magnets are strong enough to keep it on the ground without making the speed of the four-wheelers go down. The magnets also keep the four-wheelers in their lanes so that accidents are very rare. Our four-wheelers are powered by the sun for less expensive and less pollution.
Besides transportation and getting around the moon, we have to keep residents happy and healthy with recreational activities. We have green spaces in between our living spaces to promote happiness and battle away depression. These spaces are artificial grass and trees, so we do not have to water them to maintain them. We also have a hospital and clinics for our residents to get regular care and monitor their health.
We also have Wi-Fi to enable residents on the moon to watch movies, communicate with people on Earth, and play video games. To keep busy, residents could also do crafts, read, cook, and work out. But there are other things to keep busy in the community spaces around the city, especially since everyone will be helping to sustain food sources.
There is also an augmented and virtual reality building. Many of our citizens would probably get bored and sad from not being on Earth, so we decided to make a place where you could feel like you're still on Earth. We pump fake scents and air gusts to match whatever scene you're looking at while playing in the AR facility.
Tourists from Earth who are here visiting us today on our 50th anniversary came to the moon on the Nebula's rocket ship named Roamer. This rocket ship continuously brings people to and from the moon and is easily accessible for all ages, and we refuel it when we make our trip back to Earth. Thank you all for joining us on our 50th anniversary of the Lunar City Nova Nebula.